Let's begin in all fours. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, shoulder distance apart, fingers are spread, whole of the hand presses down. Knees are underneath your hips, hip distance apart. Tailbone is long, ribs together, neck is long as well. Holding here, and start to draw some circles with your hips. Make them small at the beginning. Keep everything else still. Your shoulders do not move. And then make your circles bigger. And as big as you can. Switch direction. Start small. Gradually make them bigger. And as big as you can. Neutral position, cat and cow. On your inhale, raise your hips, drop your belly, lift your chest, look forward. And exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round your lower, middle, upper back, and chin to chest. And again, inhale, raise your hips, drop your belly, lift your chest, look up. And exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round your lower, middle, upper back, chin to chest. Do a few more. Inhaling, you're arching. Exhaling, you're rounding. Inhale, you arch. Exhale, round. One more each. Inhale. And exhale. And next inhale, come into neutral position. Draw your hip circles again. This time combine them with the cat and cow. So you're arching and rounding your back as you're circling your hips. So you're going quite big. And it should feel nice in the spine and in the hips. And switch direction. Go as big as you can. Arching and rounding your back. And drawing circles with the hips at the same time, and then come into neutral position. So in your neutral position, your ribs are together, tailbone is long, and your neck is long as well. Extend your right arm forward, extend your left leg back, holding here. Keep your hips as they are, raise your leg up, and then raise your arm up, holding here, reaching through your fingertips, reaching through your toes. Holding here, tailbone long, ribs together, and release. Other side, left arm, right leg. Hold here, and raise your leg and raise your arm. Holding here, ribs together, reaching forward and backwards at the same time. And release. First side again. Right arm, left leg. Lift up, hold here, and lift a little bit higher. Keep your hips square and your ribs together. And release. Other side. Extend. Lift. Hold here. Stabilize yourself. And then raise higher. Hold here without arching your back. And release. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees up just a little bit. And then bring your hips towards your heels. Holding here. And raise your hips up. Coming into a downward facing dog. In your down dog, you pedal your feet. And release your heels down. Relax your neck. Holding here. Spread your fingers. Slowly walk your feet forward towards your hands. Hold here. Get hold of your opposite elbows. Relax your neck. Slowly, slowly, vertebra for vertebra, roll up into a standing position. Take your time. And shoulders and head last. Arms by your side. Interlace your hands behind you. Heel to your feet together, big toes touching. Hold here. Tailbone long, thighs are squeezing. Straighten out your arms. Ribs stay together, only the arms come up. Hold here. And release. This time you're lifting the chest up as well. Straightening out the arms, and maybe your arms can come up a bit as well. Hold here. Squeeze your thighs, glutes stay engaged, gazes up slightly, and release. First one again, ribs stay together, and it's only the arms that come up. Release. With the second one, we're lifting the chest, and lift the hands up as well. So not leaning back, keep your glutes engaged, and release. Release your shoulders, release your arms, give yourself a hug. In the other direction. Arms by your side. Take an inhale, raise your arms, palms touching, look towards your thumbs, and exhale, fold forward. Take an inhale, lengthen, lift your spine, looking forward, belly sucked in, and step back into a plank pose. From plank, bring your shoulders forward, knees down, lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, engage your glutes, lift up into a low cobra. Hold here in your low cobra, and then raise your hands off the mat. Feel the muscles in your back. Keep your neck long. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Glutes are engaged. Then place your hands down. Press yourself up. Knees stay on the mat as you do that. And then come into your downward facing dog. Heels are released down towards the mat in your down dog. Relax your neck. Take a few deep inhales and exhales through the nose here. Hips are as high as you can. Belly sucked in. Fingers are spread. Look towards your hands. Walk your feet forward. Take an inhale, lengthen, lift. Looking forward, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, release down. Bend your knees so you can reach the mat with your fingertips. Come up with a straight back. Take your arms with you. Have a slight bend maybe in the knees. And Samasthiti. Release your arms by your side. Again, inhale, raise. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, lift, look forward. Exhale, step back into a plank pose. Inhale, shoulders forward, knees down. Exhale, lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, lift into a low cobra. Stay here. Then release your hands, lift them off the mat, and take your arms by your side. So arms are straight, palms face towards each other. Lift a little bit higher. Keep your neck long. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Hands come onto the mat. Press yourself up and then come back into your downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog and breathe. Deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Remember, your fingers are spread. The whole of the hand presses down. There's not too much weight in the wrist only. One more deep inhale and exhale. Then slowly walk your feet forward towards your hands. Lengthen, lift, inhale. And exhale, fold forward, relax your neck. Come up with a straight back. Take your arms with you. Look towards your thumbs. Samasthiti here. Arms by your side. Again, raise on your inhale. On your exhale, you fold. So hands come onto the mat. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Everything straightens. And bend your knees a lot. Place your hands onto the mat. Step back into plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, lift up. Then straighten out your arms again by your side. You can stay here or interlace your hands behind you. Lift your torso up. Lift your hands up as well. Keep your neck long, holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Hands come next to your chest. Press yourself up. Come back into your downward facing dog. Holding here. Release your heels down, spread your fingers. Then take your right foot between your hands. Lower down your left knee onto the mat. Push your hips forward and down, coming onto your fingertips. Hold here. Shoulders away from the ears. And release. Lift the left knee up. Step back into plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, place your knees down, lower onto your belly. Point your toes into cobra, back into downward facing dog. Other side, left foot forward, right knee down. Push the hips forward and down, coming onto your fingertips, lift your chest up. Hold here, neck stays long. Feel the stretch in your legs. And lift the right knee up. Step back into a plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows, lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, lift up into a cobra and back into your downward facing dog. Holding here. And bend your knees, look towards your hands. Step, walk or hop forward. Lengthen, lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, release your head down. Inhale, come up, take your arms with you. Samasthiti here. Hold here. And release your arms by your side. Bend your knees, come into chair pose. Extend the arms forward. Hold here. Weight is in your heels. Tailbone long, ribs together. Neck is long, shoulders away from the ears. Hold. Take another inhale. On your exhale, you fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift. On your exhale, step back with your left leg. Nice big step. Walk your hands back so they're in line with your feet. Hold here. Now step forward with the left, step back with the right. Holding here. And again, you're stepping forward and stepping back. Right. So you can repeat that, or you can jump and switch. You jump and switch. And again, 2 more, jump and switch. 1 more, jump and switch. Back heel is facing back. Back knee stays off the mat. Come up into your lunge. Take your arms up. Release the shoulders down. Arms are straight. Gaze is forward. Chest, hips face forward. Bend your back knee slightly. Root your tailbone down. Ribs together. Keep that. And then straighten out your back leg a little bit more. Hold here. 1 more inhale. Next exhale, release your hands down. Step back into plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, lift up into cobra and back into your downward facing dog. Hold here. And bend your knees, look towards your hands. Step, walk or hop your feet forward. Lengthen, lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, release down. Come up with a straight back. Take your arms with you over your head. Look towards your thumbs. Samasthiti. Chair pose again. Bend your knees. Extend your arms forward. Holding here. Weight is in your heels. And breathe. Tailbone long, ribs together. 1 more inhale. Next exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Now step back with the right leg. Nice big step. Hold here. Then step forward with the right. Step back with the left. And again, step forward and step back. You can repeat that, or you jump and switch. Jump. 2. 2 more. 3. And 4. Hold here. Back heel is off the mat. Back leg is straight, front leg bent, and come up into your lunge. Take your arms up, release the shoulders down. Gaze is forward. Bend your back leg slightly. Root your tailbone down, ribs together, and then take your arms up. And maybe straighten out your right leg again. Holding here. 1 more inhale, and exhale, release. Hands come down, step back into plank pose. Shoulders forward, knees down. Lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, lift up into cobra, spread your fingers, and then come back into your downward facing dog. Holding here. And bend your knees, look towards your hands, step, walk or hop forward. Lengthen, lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, palms touching. And exhale, Samasthiti here. Take a moment here. Deep inhales and exhales through the nose. We come to a balancing pose, tree pose. We're starting by balancing on the right leg. So find a focal point, something in front of you that's not moving. Bend your knees slightly, tailbone long, ribs together. Shift the weight into your right leg. Then either bend your left knee slightly, knee to the side, and you're having your toes on the mat as a support. Or you bring the sole of the foot against the inner thigh. Hold here. Palms together, only if the foot doesn't slide down. And take your arms up. And open. Bring them together again. Palms in front of your heart. You can stay here for 3 more seconds or close your eyes for 3, 2, and 1. Open your eyes and release. Other side. So have your knees slightly bent, tailbone long, ribs together. Find your focal point. Start to shift the weight. Either bend the knee, toes stay down, or place the sole of the foot against the inner thigh. Hold here. So left leg is a little bit harder, at least for me. Maybe palms together. If the foot doesn't slide down, take your arms up. Open your palms. Bring your palms together again in front of your heart. Either stay or challenge yourself. Close your eyes for 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes and release. Place your feet flat on the mat. Relax your shoulders. Feet are grounded. Elongate the spine. Take an inhale, raise your arms, palms touching. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Inhale, shoulders forward, knees down. Exhale, lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, lift up. Inhale and exhale, come into your downward facing dog. Warrior 2 on the right side. Bring your right foot between your hands as far forward as you can. You're balancing on a tightrope. Back heel comes down. Front heel, back heel, or front heel, back inner arch in one line. And then you open your arms, hips and chest. Bend your front leg nice and deep. Your knee and your toes face in the same direction. So gently press the knee outwards, gazing forward over your right fingertips. Back leg is straight. Sink your hips a little bit deeper. Maybe your stance can go wider. Holding here. Take an inhale. On your exhale, place your right elbow onto your right thigh. Shoulder stays away from your ear. Other arm comes up and over your ear. Roll the shoulder down. Holding here. Pay some attention to your right shoulder. If the right shoulder comes forward, bring it back. And look down. Come up, keep your front leg bent and straighten it out. Holding here, take an inhale, lengthen. On your exhale, you hinge, reach forward and place your hand either onto your shin or onto the mat. Other arm comes up towards the ceiling. Hold here. Your arms create one straight line. Gazes up. Hold here and breathe. Both legs are straight if you can. For 3 more. 2, downward facing dog. Looking down, bend your front leg. Place both of your hands down. Back heel lifts. Step back into downward facing dog. Vinyasa. Come forward into your plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. This time, bend the elbows backwards, no more than 90 degrees. Point your toes. Engage your glutes now. Lift up into your back bend. Hips, thighs are off the mat. Your arms are straight. Hold here. Downward facing dog. Other side. Warrior 2 on the left side. Left foot forward. Nice wide stance. Right heel down. You're balancing on a tightrope. Come up when you're ready. Extend your arms. Gazes forward. Bend your front leg deeply. Press your knees sideways a little bit. Hold here. Back leg is straight. Reaching through your fingertips. Gazes forward. Take an inhale. On your exhale, your left elbow goes onto the left thigh. Your right arm up and over your ear. Roll the shoulder away. Hold here. And breathe. Gazes up if you can. One more inhale. On your next exhale, look down. Come up. Straighten out your front leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge, reach. Lower. Hand either onto the shin or onto the mat. Other arm comes up towards the ceiling. Gazes up if you can. Both legs are straight. Ground down. Hold here. For 3 more. 2. Downward facing dog. Look down. Bend your front leg. Release your hands. Back heel lifts. step back, down dog. Vinyasa, come forward into your plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows backwards, no more than 90 degrees. Make sure you're not collapsing into the hips. Hold here and point your toes. Engage your glutes, lift up into your back bend. Downward facing dog. Breathe in your downward facing dog. Deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Heels release down, neck is relaxed. Holding here. And take your right foot between your hands. Back heel stays off the mat. Walk your hands back. Straighten out your right leg. Press your right big toe down, draw your right hip back. Come onto your fingertips. Straighten out your back. Holding here. And then briefly bend your front leg again. Walk your hands forward. Just take a moment. And again, straighten out your front leg. Walk your hands back. Hold here. Come onto your fingertips. Look forward. Press down on your right big toe. Draw your right hip back. Release your left heel down. Both legs are as straight as you can. Then bend your front leg slightly. Do not move your hands now. Easy twist. Right arm comes up towards the ceiling. Back leg is straight. Again, one straight line with your arms. Reach through your fingertips. You're reaching up towards the ceiling, not behind you. Holding here. And release. Place your hand down. Again, straighten out your front leg. Draw your right hip back. Keep your right big toe pressed down. You can stay here or you start to straighten your right arm up towards the ceiling. So you're twisting again. Slowly, slowly. Stay steady. Hold here. Back leg is straight. So left heel is releasing down towards the mat. Keep your right big toe pressed down. Draw your right hip back. Feel the stretch in your right leg. For 3 more, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Release your hands, step back, down dog. Vinyasa, come forward into your plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows backwards, no more than 90 degrees. Point your toes, lift up, inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, left foot forward. Holding here for a moment. Right heel is off the mat. And walk your hands back. Start to straighten your left leg. Hold here. Keep your left big toe pressed down. Draw your left hip back. And then briefly bend your front leg again. Walk your hands forward. And again. Walk your hands back. You're on your fingertips. Lift the chest. Neck is long. Draw your left hip back a little bit more. Release your right heel down towards the mat. Feel the stretch. Bend your front leg. Your right hand is next to your left foot. Easy twist. Take your left arm up towards the ceiling. Gaze is up. Reach up. Holding here. Keep your front leg bent. Foot pressed down. Knees above the ankle. And release. Hand comes down again. Walk your hands back just a tiny bit. Straighten out your front leg. You can stay here or come into your twist again. Raising your left arm up towards the ceiling. Hold here. Stay grounded. Press your left big toe down. Draw your left hip back. Release your right heel towards the mat. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come into your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Vinyasa. Plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows, no more than 90 degrees. Point your toes, lift up, inhale and exhale. Come into your downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look towards your hands, step, walk or hop forward. lengthen, lift, inhale, exhale, fold, inhale, come up, palms touch, Samasthiti. Step your feet out to the side, turn your right toes forward, bend your right leg, Warrior Two stance, extend your arms, place your right hand onto the mat inside your right foot. The other arm comes up towards the ceiling. You can stay here, or you're folding your left arm behind your back. You can stay here, or you bind. You're reaching with the right arm underneath the right leg, taking your fingers. Hold here, spin the chest open. Make sure you haven't given yourself a wedgie. If that's the case, keep the hand down. For 3 more. 2 and 1. Look down, keep your front leg bent, release your hands, come up, Warrior Two. Straighten out your front leg, pivot your feet around to the other side. Bend your knee, take an inhale. On your exhale, place your hand onto the mat inside the foot. Other arm comes up towards the ceiling. You can stay here, or you're folding your arm behind your back. Stay here, or bind. Your left arm comes underneath your leg. You're taking your fingers. Keep your front leg bent. Hold here. For 3, 2, and 1. Look down. Come up. Keep your front leg bent. And then straighten it out. Pivot your feet around to the other side. We will do this again. Bend your leg. Place your hand onto the mat. Other arm comes up towards the ceiling. You can stay here with the hands, or you go for bind. If you're doing the bind, also if you have your hand on the mat, you can do this as well. Start to straighten out your right leg. Hold here. Well, straighten it as much as you can. And breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Look down. Bend your front leg. Release, come back into your Warrior Two. Pivot your feet around to the other side. Bend your knee. Place your hand onto the mat. Other arm comes up. Either stay here or bind. In either case, start to straighten out your front leg. Holding here. Stay grounded. Press your feet down. Straighten your legs as much as you can. For 3, 2, and 1. Look down, bend your front leg, come back into your Warrior Two, and release. Both legs are straight, hands on the hips, and bring your feet parallel to each other. Toes turn in, nice wide stance. Here, inhale. On your exhale, fold forward, place your hands onto the mat. Walk your fingers back until they're aligned with your toes. Place your palms down if you can. Remember, you can bend your knees. Lengthen, lift, inhale, looking forward. On your exhale, you release all the way down. Relax your neck, bend the elbows backwards. Holding here. And start to shift the weight forward slightly. Relax the neck a little bit more, crown of the head towards the mat. Engage your legs. For 3 more. 2, and 1. Lengthen, lift, inhale, hands on your hips, and come all the way up. Samasthiti, step to the top of the mat. Release your arms by your side. Take a moment here. You ready? Take an inhale, raise your arms, palms touch, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, step back into your plank pose. Inhale, shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows, no more than 90 degrees. Keep your core engaged. Inhale, lift up into your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lower down your knees, you're in all fours again. Extend your right arm forward. Extend your left leg back. Lift both up, holding here. And then bend your left leg. Take your right arm behind you. And then maybe catch the outer edge of your foot. Lift your chest up. Lift your knee up. Holding here for 3, that's not for you, you keep your arm and your legs straight. 2 and 1. Release. Other side. Extend your left arm forward, your right leg back. Lift both up. You can stay here or bend your right leg. Reach behind you, catch the outer edge of your foot. Lift, kicking up. So lift the knee as high as you can. Hold here for 3, 2 and 1. Slowly release. Round your back, chin to chest. Neutral position. Walk your hands forward a little bit. Bring your shoulders forward. And then slowly lower all the way onto your belly. Make a pillow with your left hand. Reach behind you with your right hand for your right foot. Bring your heel towards your hips. And switch. Tailbone long. Pubic bone pressing down. And switch again. You can stay here or you extend your left arm forward. Lifting the right thigh up. Pressing your foot into the hand. Again, you can stay here or you're also now lifting the torso up and lifting your left arm up. Hold here for 3, 2 and 1. Release. Switching sides. Either stay here or lift your knee up. Press your foot into your hand. Lifting the torso as high as you can. And maybe also the right arm comes up. Hold here for 3, 2 and 1. Slowly release. Roll your hips from side to side a few times. If you've had enough, you don't have to do the more back bends. You can come into child's pose. However, if you want to join me, bend your knees, reach back with your hands, catching your feet. Keep your knees together as much as you can. And then lift your knees, your thighs, lift your torso up as well, holding here for 3, 2 and 1. Release, press back, child's pose. Deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Back is round, neck relaxed. You can have your arms extended forward. You could also make a pillow with your hands. From child's pose, we will come into seated position. Slowly lift your torso up, swing your legs around, straighten them out. Hands left and right off your hips, sit upright. Hold here, flexing your feet, and slowly keeping your back straight, fold forward. Walk your hands forward with you, keep your neck long, look towards your big toes. You feel you're rounding your back a lot. Bend your knees, keep your feet flexed. And then slowly come up and release. Bend your right leg, place the sole of your foot against the left inner thigh. Drop your knee down. Holding here. Lengthen, sit upright. Flex your left foot. Take an inhale. On your exhale, fold forward. Your torso centers over your leg. Keep your neck long. Gaze towards your big toe. Hold here. One more deep inhale and exhale. And with the next inhale, come up. Switch legs. Straighten out your right leg. Sit upright. Inhale and exhale. Fold forward. Keep your back as straight as you can. Don't tug, don't pull. Folding forward with ease. Take one more deep inhale and exhale. And then slowly come up. Switch legs again. We will twist. Sit upright. Now take your right hand behind you. Left hand goes onto the right knee. Lengthen, lift, inhale and exhale, twist. Press your left hand against the right knee. Go a little bit taller. Twist a little deeper. Do your best to take deep inhales and exhales here. It's a bit harder in a twist. And one more in. One more out. And with the next inhale, you're coming forward again. Stay with the legs. Bring your right knee over your left. Flex your left foot, inhale and exhale. Hinging from your hips, fold forward. So if the hinging is too much, you can round your back. As long as you feel the stretch in your left calf. Hold here. Shoulders are relaxed. Look towards your big toes. Again, you're not pulling, you're not pushing. You're folding forward with ease. And then slowly come all the way up. Switch legs. So we start with the sole of the foot against the inner thigh. We're twisting. Take your right hand behind you, left hand onto the right knee. Lengthen here, inhale and exhale, twist. Press your right hand against the left knee. Go a little bit deeper, grow a little taller. Hold here. Again, keep breathing as deeply as you can. One more in, one more out. And next inhale, come facing forward. Bring your left knee over your right, folding the leg back. Keep your right foot flexed, inhale and exhale, fold forward. Feel the stretch, enjoy the stretch in your calf. Shoulders are relaxed. Breathing is relaxed as well. One more deep inhale and deep exhale. And next inhale, you come all the way up. Release your legs. Place your feet flat on the mat. Extend your arms forward. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lower down halfway. So you're rounding your lower back. Keep your chest lifted. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Holding here. And slowly come up again. And again, go back halfway. And come up. Now go a little bit deeper. And come up again. One more, a little bit deeper. And come up. Next time, you lower down all the way onto your back. Take an inhale. On your exhale, with control. If you feel you're losing control, get hold of your thighs and slowly lower down. Arms by your side. Bring your feet a little bit closer and roll your head from side to side a few times. And look up towards the ceiling. Bring your heels as close towards your hips as you can. Maybe you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Press your feet down, feet are hip distance apart. Start to raise your lower back, middle back, upper back, up. hold here. Maybe interlace your hands behind you. Maybe you can raise your hips a little higher and draw your shoulders towards each other. So you're wiggling them around a little bit and your arms go straight. Press your feet down, hold here. Neck is relaxed. So once you're here, try not to look left or right. And first release your hands, then your shoulders, and slowly lower down all the way and release completely. We will go up one more time. If you like, you can do a full wheel pose. If you've never done that, maybe not today. Wait until you can come to a class and the teacher is there to assist you. If it's the evening, I also suggest to stay with the bridge pose and not a full wheel. So slowly start to raise your hips, lower back, middle back, upper back, up. You can stay here and interlace your hands behind you, or for a big adrenaline push, you can come into full wheel. Hands are on the mat, fingers facing towards your shoulders. Press your hands down, come onto the crown of your head first. And straighten out your arms. Hold here, press your feet down. Keep your feet parallel to each other for 3 more, 2, and 1. Chin to chest first, and then slowly with control, lower all the way down. Well done. Hug your knees into your chest and roll from side to side a few times. Place your left foot flat on the mat, interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Straighten out your right leg. Pull the leg towards you. And let go. If this was enough, you stick with that. If you want to make it harder, you straighten out your left leg. Maybe you walk your hands a little bit higher and pull the leg towards you. Hold here, flex your foot and point. Flex and point. And then have it in a neutral position. Lift your head, lift your shoulders up. Pull the leg as close towards you as you can. And first release your head, then your shoulders. And place the foot flat on the mat. Bring your left knee into your chest. Interlace your hands behind your thigh. Straighten out the leg and pull the leg towards you. And then bend the knee. You can repeat or straighten out your right leg. Lift your left foot up. Slide your hands a little bit higher maybe, and pull the leg towards you. Flex your foot and point, flex and point, and then have it in a neutral position. Lift your head, lift your shoulders up. Pull the leg as much as you can. And slowly release your head, release your shoulders, and then bring your knees towards your chest and roll from side to side. Start to rock forwards and backwards until you are in a seated position. If you'd rather do Shavasana, you come into Shavasana and turn off the video. So in a cross-legged position. Place your hands onto your belly. Close your eyes. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently blink your eyes open. Give yourself a great big hug. You deserve it. Well done. And release your hands, palms together. Thank you very much for joining me. Namaste.